Hi, my name is Jacqueline Laws, and I do not think it's a coincidence that you are here. I think you're meant to be here. So follow along with this video and maybe check out a few more. And if anything resonates with you, follow me along on my journey and click and subscribe to my station. My intentions here are always pure. I just like to share things about my story and my experience with my spiritual awakening in this ascension process, and maybe you can apply some of these things to your life and it will help. So I had some intuition just to talk today, and I want to talk about the subconscious brain. I talk about that a lot. I love talking about energy. I love talking about the subconscious because that's more science-based. And I always encourage people to look up things. I have done a lot of research on my own and on my spare time to figure out what is going on. And so I was watching something the other day, and it was talking about the subconscious brain, how much of our brain we work with the subconscious and the conscious brain. So the conscious brain we work with 5% of 5%. So with your conscious brain, when you are envisioning things and you are saying words of affirmation and you are doing all the things that I suggest, like envision, close your eyes, that's all with the subconscious brain. And like tricking, like if you're thinking of something negative, like switch it to something positive, or think of 3 things that are positive. These are all great things to like start trying to trick the subconscious brain, because if you think of the subconscious brain, it's like a recorder, and it records every freaking second of your life. It has always recorded every second of your life. And that's why a lot of the times, if you notice that people of privilege, not that they don't have problems, but the people of privilege that have come from a really good background and a really good stable family, like continue that on. And people of not so good privilege have to really overcome a whole lot of stuff. It's because they're recording these scenarios in their brain, and you can continue that on to adulthood. And a lot of people that don't come from privilege can better their lives, but if they're not realizing about the subconscious brain, which even though you have a bad background, you better your life and you can trick yourself, and you subconsciously or consciously don't know that you're doing it, if that makes sense. So anyways, back to the 5%. So 5% is your conscious brain, that you are trying to envision things and do things consciously. But there's 95% that is your subconscious brain. So there's a lot of fun. That's what we're working with, okay? 95% of your subconscious brain, things that you're subconsciously doing and you don't realize that you're doing it. So that's why, you know, I talked in other videos and I talked to my friends about the theta state. Your brain from birth to 12. I've heard birth to 12. I've heard birth to 7, birth to 10. So it's when you were a kid, right? Is when your brain is in this absorbent state, and you also are in the theta state when you're going to bed and when you wake up 30 minutes right before you go to bed, right before you go to sleep. That's why I talk about right before you go to bed. I read all of these things about like what I'm grateful for, where I see my life going, and I talk in the present, like I am successful, I am humble, I am courageous. All these things, I talk about it in the present, because you have to make sure the words that you're saying are right, because your subconscious brain, you can't say I'm going to be successful, because it's just going to give you that. The universe just gives you that shit back. You're going to. So what I did, and I have been doing for the last 2 nights, which I really think it's helped me with like staying in a high vibe state. I have a little, or a lot, I have this this scarcity, I guess you can say, when it comes to money. And I've talked a little bit about like some debt that I have, and I try not to think about it a lot, because I know it takes it over, and if I'm thinking about it, like the debt, then I just get more of it. So I just try to not even like it's gonna fucking figure itself out. Like I was thinking about a lot of things that I didn't know how I was going to like okay, I have a best friend that bought me a washer and dryer a year and a half ago or something. I kind of knew I needed a new washer and dryer. I didn't really know. I guess I did. I just didn't worry about it. And I was like, okay, at some point we'll buy a washer and dryer. And voila, I was sitting on my couch one day, and one of my best friends bought me a new washer and dryer, like a fucking $1,800 washer and dryer. Like, I'm telling you, people give me a lot of shit. I didn't worry about it. I was just like, oh, I'll get a washer and dryer at some point, whatever. And voila, surprise, I got a new washer and dryer. So I do that with the debt that I have too. I don't know how I'm going to pay it off, but at some point I'm going to pay it off. I don't know if it's going to be like me getting a great career and I'll pay it off. I don't know if my husband will get a bonus or get a better placement in his job and we'll pay it off. I don't know if somehow I can win the lottery. I don't know if I'll get some kind of, insurance. I don't fucking know. I don't know. A lot of things have happened in my life. When I moved into this house, this beautiful house, there was a hailstorm that hit my car. And it hit like the metal part all around the like windows and stuff. And they paid me $5,000 for that. Now, I did not fix my car. I got that $5,000 and I bought the fans for my house and I bought all the like window treatments. I bought sofas. I spent that. I didn't know how I was going to, literally when we bought this house, I didn't know how I was going to get window treatments. I was like, I'm just going to have to throw up some sheets. I don't know. I just didn't worry about it. We were getting a house. So things just happen. So I don't know. And so I don't want to think about it. But I do want to record in that subconscious brain. So at night, which isn't super comfortable, but for the last 2 nights I've been doing it, and it helps me not worry about it as much. But there's like, you can look them up. And I look up subconscious, like meditation or subconscious recording, and I do it through YouTube. Of course, I love YouTube. Obviously, I'm doing videos there, and there's a lot of free content on there. And since I, don't have a ton of money to buy like all these things, I want free. So I've been listening to, and I'm really a whole lot about doing things for 21 days or more, because it really like sticks into that subconscious brain. And so last night and the night before, I've been listening to, in the middle of the night, 7 hours of subconscious meditation. And I mean, I'm asleep, but it's always recording, even when you're asleep. And the first night I had dreams about like the things that it was saying, and it was saying, basically it was saying stuff about luck and wealth and stuff like that. And I want that to be in my brain. I don't want my scarcity and my struggle that I had as a kid with my mother, and seeing how we struggled a lot financially, and how people, let my mom down a lot. I saw that as a child, and then I took that into adulthood, and then I self-sabotaged myself and spent too much money, because I've had like things happen to me that are great, that I've been able to pay off bills, but I would get into the bad habit again of like spending money that I didn't have. And so I don't want that message to continue. I noticed the message, but how do I not continue doing the same bad habit? So part of it is recording the subconscious brain, and it really does help me like be aware of what I can do and what I can't do, and not just, I also, it's kind of tricky because I want to spend money and I want to see when I spend money that I know that I'll get it back. And so I don't want to be scarce with it either. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't have the money, but I also don't want to be like, here's all the money, and then I have no fucking money, So, but I was telling my neighbors and stuff, like from Christmas to now, for 5 months. Now this has all been just extra money, that like birthday money, Christmas money, extra money that my clients have given me, just extra stuff that has come in that I have basically tucked it away. And that's how I'm able to go on vacation. We're going on vacation soon. And I tucked it all away. And I told my husband, I was like, you think you do so much, but let me tell you something. I'm paying for this whole vacation. I'm paying for everything for the vacation. Is coming out of the money that I put aside. And I'm surprised that I was able to put that much money aside to be able to pay for us to go to New Orleans and us to go to Florida. I mean, luckily my best friend lives in Florida with his family, so I'm able to stay there, and it's a cheaper kind of vacation. But I was able to do that, and I was able to do it just by, having a different mindset. So I do encourage y'all to go and look on YouTube or any other sources that you can, and look up something like, if you have problems with self-worth, or you have problems with feeling loved, if you have problems with self-esteem, money, whatever the case may be, there is a subconscious meditation out there for free that you can put your earbuds in and you can fall asleep to. And I do it all night long. I wake up in the middle of the night with it, and I put it right back in my ears. Not super comfortable, but I don't give a fuck. If it's gonna work, I don't give a fuck if I'm uncomfortable all night long. I sleep better that I meditate every morning, every night. I don't take any sleeping pills. Again, I don't take any drugs. I don't do anything. And I have stayed literally like super like happy. I mean, I cried today. I was over my sink and I cried because I was listening to a song and it was just talking about like how the world is a scary place and that we hope that like basically I hope that everything works itself out. And I cry over those things because I just pray. I just pray and I just see it. I see the like change that's happening and I pray and I speak out to source like, please, let's change this world. And I really, really believe that it is, and it gives me these happy tears of knowing that I see the little change in my own life and I don't pay attention to that negativity. I don't pay attention to the politics. That's just going to work itself out. It's going to. And I will always believe that the good will prevail the evil. I just will. And I always will believe karma takes care of shit, because it does. It took care of it with me. Shit that I did to other people, I got that shit right back. Like, karma is a motherfucker. You steal, you will get your shit stolen. If you lie, you're going to be lied to. If you cheat, you're going to be cheated on. Like, if you go out and you cheat all the time on somebody, like, you're going to come in your relationship and you're going to have a shitty relationship, even if they don't cheat on you. Like, it's just, it always pays itself back. So I just don't pay attention to the negativity that's on the world. That's why I'm not really into watching a lot of the TVs and the movies and stuff like that. And I'm listening to like good uplifting music, because all of it's recording in that subconscious brain. 95% of that brain, subconscious. So be careful with what you're taking in your brain and what you're giving energy to. I say that in all the videos, but I really, really mean it. But try it out. See if it works for you. I mean, like, I'm 2 days in and I love it. I love to listen. I mean, what does it matter? It could help. It could not help. I always say it's not going to hurt anything, and it's free 99, so do it. But I hope y'all get something from this, and I hope I didn't babble, but like something was just taking me over and saying, hey, record a video. See if somebody gets something from it. And hopefully y'all try it out. See if it works. Because I know meditation has helped me fucking tremendously. Like, that is a magic. I wish I would have done it a long time ago when that psychic told me to do it. But I guess I wouldn't be here. You know, it'd be a totally different story. But, man, it's like it's a miracle. It really is. Like, I recommend meditation and just keep trying it, because that shit fucking is crazy. It really like takes away anxiety. It takes away so much stuff. It helps with so many things. So if y'all aren't doing it, I suggest you do it. Look up meditation and see what you can do, because I mean, it has changed my life. But anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and holler for a motherfucking dollar. Peace.